We've all grown up with the myth of the Man of Steel, the ultimate hero, the ceiling of power. But in the Marvel universe, there's a man with the power of a million exploding suns who doesn't just match Superman, he makes him look like a civilian. Today, we're diving deep into the Omega scale. We're stripping away the capes and looking at the raw, terrifying reality of why Robert Reynolds, the Sentry, doesn't just beat Clark, he outclasses him on a conceptual level. Superman is a battery. He absorbs yellow solar radiation to fuel his cells. It's physical, it's measurable, and it has a limit. Sentry, he isn't a battery, he's a sentient conduit. Superman's powers are high-tier physical feats, super strength, invulnerability, flight, but the Sentry's power isn't set strength, it's molecular manipulation. He defeated Molecule Man, a being who can rewrite reality on a multiversal scale at his own game. Sentry doesn't just punch you, he can theoretically command the atoms in your body to stop existing. Superman has no defense against a man who can manipulate the very fabric of his Kryptonian DNA. Let's talk feats. Superman has moved planets, sure. He has survived supernovas, but the Sentry's feats border on divine. The Void, Sentry's darker half. The Void broke every bone in the Hulk's body with a single flick. When Morgan Le Fay disintegrated Sentry down to the last atom, he simply thought himself back into existence seconds later. Superman can die, Sentry has forgotten how to. In a display of raw, unfiltered power, Sentry ripped the God of War in half like a piece of paper. He didn't use a specialized weakness, he was just that much stronger than a literal Olympian god. Superman has more combat experience, right? Wrong. Robert Reynolds has lived entire lives within his own mind and has fought cosmic horrors that would drive a normal person insane. Now, don't get it twisted. Superman isn't just a heavy hitter, his broken feats are stuff of comic book legend. We are talking about a guy who held a black hole in his hand. In JLA 77, Superman literally contained a localized black hole with his bare hands. The pressure was described as unbelievable, but he held it. He told a galaxy. In the Silver Age, a younger Superman once pulled an entire galaxy of planets on a massive chain. We're talking about trillions of tons moved at a speed faster than light. More recently, Superman flew through several suns to supercharge himself and delivered a generational punch that knocked out the World Forger, a six-dimensional being who creates entire universes. He teamed up with Shazam to lift the Book of Infinite Pages, which contained every story ever told. Even if you argue the weight was shared, half of infinity is still infinity. On paper, these feats make Superman look unbeatable. So how does the Sentry still outclass that? Because while Superman performed these feats through sheer physical effort and solar absorption, Sentry does them through reality warping. Superman has to exert himself to hold the black hole. Sentry can simply decide the black hole is a bowl of flowers. Superman's strength is a limitless physical stat, but Sentry's power is a limitless conceptual authority. Superman breaks the rules of physics, but Sentry rewrites the rulebook entirely. But one of the biggest differences is the inhibitor. Superman is always holding back, so he doesn't break the world. Sentry is literally holding back so he doesn't consume the entire universe. When Sentry lets go, he becomes the Void, a shadow entity that feeds on fear and exerts a negative energy zone that can swallow entire star systems. Superman fights for hope, but the Sentry is a cosmic horror. At the end of the day, Superman is the pinnacle of what a person can become, but Sentry is a glitch in reality. He is a multiversal level trait contained in a human shell. Against the Omega scale, Clark is a 10, but Bob is the scale itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the darker side of the superhero lore, stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button.